Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
I've been on the Ramsey plan now 20 years. I found you guys back in '05, got out of debt in less than 18 months as you teach, and have lived below my means on the personal and business side ever since.
Good for you.
Today's question is in regards to the tariffs. I own a business, and in December, I made our largest ever investment in equipment, and I paid in full when I ordered back in December. Took 4 months to make, and it's ready to ship now, but it's coming from China. And so 2 days ago, I was told if I want to import it, it's going to cost 80% of what I paid just for the product. But now, with today's news, 145%? So
yeah, and who knows what Trump's going to do. He might just get excited and go 300%. I mean, we're in a full-scale trade war right now, and this is real stuff right here. This is where this kind of stuff, you've heard me yammer about it in private.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's real.
Ken, are you Ken?
I'm pretty fired up, actually. I'm pretty pissed off.
Go, Ken.
Because I'm going to say this real quick, and then we're going to get into the numbers. Tariffs are taxes, and we have never in the history of this great country taxed our way into prosperity, and it's the Davids of the world that are going to get hit hard on this. So let's talk real situation. What's your question based on where you stand right now, and I'll start working through this with you.
So I know that since I already paid back in December, that's a sunk cost, as you always say.
Right.
I mean, do I pay the 80% or even now 145% or 300%, like whatever it is? Or do I wait to see if it comes down? But as you say, shoot, it could go up, right? So
yeah. So the question I have for you is, if let's just assume, let's play this out as though you got scammed and you paid for this and you're never going to get the equipment. Where does that put you in your actual business? How does that affect your business, your ability to provide to your customer what you need to provide?
I mean, because I followed your plan and paid in cash, then, it's a hard lesson, but we're going to make it, right?
So not getting that equipment
but you need the
interrupt. That's what I'm trying to get at.
I mean,
will it interrupt? Go ahead.
No, I mean, I can rent, and I mean, I got a couple of jobs up in May next month that I need it for, but I've already just planned to rent now anyway, because they delayed the shipment. Had we received it when we were supposed to, this wouldn't even be an issue. But
all right, and just for real numbers, what is the actual, since you've already paid cash, what is the actual dollar amount that you're going to owe as of today? If you were to call them and go ship it, what's the actual cost, not the percentage of the tariff, but the actual cost to you?
As of 2 days ago, it was $53,000.
And just so the American people that are listening in here can hear this, what would it have been under the previous tariff?
Hey, sorry for the interruption. This is important. No one likes to think about dying, but one day your family will have to deal with everything you leave behind. So the question is, will it be easy or a total nightmare? That's where Nokbox comes in. Nokbox is a kit with 15 categories and clear instructions that give your family an organized plan, so they're not sifting through old paperwork and guessing passwords and dealing with lawyers. So leave your family memories instead of a mess. Grab your Nokbox kit today at Nokbox.com/Ramsey for the best discount available. That's Nokbox.com/Ramsey.
What would it have been under the previous tariff?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe 25,000?
No, not if it's 125. So it's a sizable chunk to you. So if it were me, I'd wait to see what happens. Because of what you said, I would delay shipment. Absolutely, I would delay.
Yeah, is there any harm, David, if you said, hey, I'm going to just wait 6 months and any job I have between now and then I'm just going to rent? They'll just hold it.
It's not going to get any worse. Sure. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I know what Trump's going to do or Xi Jinping is going to do. I don't know. But I don't think it's going to get demonstrably worse. I mean, we're talking cartoonish levels right now. 125% tariff. Let's just be honest. Trump is negotiating, and who knows if it's going to work. But this is absurd. So I would sit on the sideline because you can. I think that's absolutely the play.
Yeah.
I wish I could say more.
How much does it cost, David, to rent what you're going to do? How much will that be out of pocket?
Yeah, so that's not too much. It depends on the size.
Like a couple of grand or like 10?
Yeah, so for the first event, it's going to cost maybe about $4,000. The second event is going to cost maybe about $8,000 or $9,000.
Okay, because there is a point of diminishing return that you end up renting so much that you could have just had it and owned it.
At which point you go, all right, I'm going to eat the 53.
So there's almost like a timeline, David, of
Well, but if your renting is based on the job, do you price in the renting to the job?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm working up.
So then, my point is then as long as you can do that, to Rachel's point, I would not pay this tax.
Yeah.
But you got to understand something, David. You got to take what I'm saying with about a bag of salt, because I hate taxes. Like, the only thing I hate more than taxes is Satan. I mean, that's the honest to God truth. So taxes come from hell, and so they're related. That's my take on it. And so I would sit tight. And I'm really sorry this is happening.
No.
I'm really sorry, but I'm glad you called.
David.
And I'm also glad, by the way.
I'm glad I found y'all years ago, because I'm in a position to where I can wait.
Yes.
This is why cash is king.
Yep.
For small businesses.
Absolutely.
Because you cannot control what a president does or what a premier of another country does. Mm-hmm. And you're stuck in the crossfire here. But
Ken, you were just on.
I was just on Fox Business about this.
As I was going to say, you were just on.
And I said this was what I was worried about.
Yep.
And for our audience, I want to be very clear. This is not a political statement.
Right.
This is not a Republican statement. This is not a
Because even
Democrat
within the Republican Party, this issue's divided.
Very
you got
divided.
Reagan people. I mean,
very divided.
Very even
divided.
within it,
very
people
divided.
have different opinions.
But what I'm going to say is that I personally, I'm speaking personally, not on behalf of the Ramsey Show, but I'm speaking from an economic standpoint. As a conservative, I am not for taxes, ever. It's the last resort. Do I think taxes are necessary to fund the government? Yes, of course. But what I said in New York on that show, and I'll say it right now, this is why I'm not in favor of a trade war. When you go to war with commerce, Rachel, the very act of war means one side has to lose. And I know we got very opinionated people saying China's done this for a long time. I'm not disagreeing with any of that. What I'm saying is forget the reason why Trump's doing it. I'm not debating it. Mm-hmm. I'm saying the outcome is pain and hope it gets better. You hope that this goes away and that Trump gets to 0-0. Everybody wants that, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't care what side of the aisle you're on.
Sure.
But I am concerned about the impact on small business. And so what I would say is, I said all that to say this. If you're a small business owner like a David, now is a great reminder that you cannot control geopolitics. What you can control is socking money away and don't get in debt. Because David is actually able to weather what could be a really ugly storm because of that. That's my whole point. So I hope all of you didn't get your feathers ruffled. The point I'm making is you gotta be able to withstand economic ups and downs that sometimes are policy driven. So hopefully this all gets settled pretty soon. But make no mistake, folks, the deal with China, it affects more small businesses than any other country. So hopefully it works out. Crossing my fingers.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.